This is pretty much where it starts. There's like just thousands upon thousands upon thousands of oyster beds out here. That fresh water then passes across all those oyster beds, and so you get a little bit of some natural filtration right through it. But that also obviously makes the water much cleaner, just because you're getting it fresh from the ocean. There's not a lot of runoff out here either. There's no real freshwater runoff, so that was obvious. Another reason as to why we chose this bay. So you're getting just really clean ocean water when it's time to pump. These pots are custom built, and they were designed by our salt makers. And so what we do during this is we're not boiling it down. We're actually just making a brine. So once we're done at this stage, we'll have a brine to then start making our salt. So now we're coming down here and we're going to essentially see where the magic's made, where the salt is made. And so you can start seeing that the salt forming and really that thermal current where everything's moving. And so it'll form at the top, and it forms in these pyramidal-like structures. You can sort of tell, like, if you catch the light right. Yeah. See a little bit. You can see over in that corner where the salt's starting to come out. So this is about time where we're going to harvest. Yeah, you see? And so just go all the way to the end. There it is. That's awesome. Great job. Wow. That's awesome. And I'll show you what we do, and I bet you could do one too. So we'll take our raw salt, and this is how clean our salt is even at this point. I mean, you could just go here, you know. So we'll put it through the sifter. But it's interesting because you can really see once you start looking at it.
Those are crystal.
Isn't it cool? Yeah. Isn't it cool? And then like you can hear. It's ridiculous. So you're looking at you could just, oh, there's one. And I very much encourage you to munch on one.
So. It is magic.
Isn't that crazy?
I'm here with my good friend Ben Jacobsen, and we're gonna make some steaks. You know what would be good on these?
Some salt.
Yeah.
Jacobsen salt?
Jacobsen salt.
So we've got the garlic and black pepper salt here.
And that's a special one that you guys do for us, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Custom blend.
You've done this before. You've got a touch. I haven't seen that before.
I've seen a couple of videos online.
I think Hope came up with the idea for some custom blends.
Yep.
And the first one was we did the black pepper salt.
Yep. We grind it directly up into the salt, so all of the telecherry peppercorn oils are released directly into the salt. So when you see it, it's almost like a gray color, and that's because of all the telecherry oils have been released into it.
Oh, okay. We're going to go right on the grill here. We're going to get that guy going to sear it. But on these guys, we're going to try to bring them up to temperature first on the cool side.
Okay.
And like I said, that's relative to what's going on. We're going to get a sear. So the most underused part of a grill is the lid. Everyone wants to look at their steaks, but we're going to give it a minute here. So these guys, see how we don't have the sear? We want to just bring these up to temperature. So we're going to finish them on the hot side of the grill once they come up to temp. So, see, that's still only at 60, but that's fine. We're going to bring it up to temp slowly, and that's really the best way to cook a steak.
Yeah. And then sear it at the end.
Yep.
Well, I started the company in August 2011. I started it after I was living in Denmark and then moved to Norway and for about 5 years and found out about great salt when I was living there. And moved back here to Oregon and started to look around, go to the grocery store, Williams-Sonoma, etc. And realized nobody in America was making great flake finishing salt. And that really just began a curiosity for me as to if it was even possible. And so finally figured out that it was possible after 2.5 years of just trial and error in my kitchen at home. And then I went and tested 27 different spots of seawater. I got out a road atlas and looked at all the little inlets and bays and possible spots along the Washington and Oregon coast. And then made salt from each of those spots, much like you're sourcing the best beef or in raising the best beef you can. Like I wanted to make salt with the best seawater we could, and so finally ended up here at Necharts Bay, and we make salt from seawater in the Oregon coast. And very few companies, of course, on the planet can can kind of say that, but we capture a very thin slice of time on the Oregon coast and bring it to your kitchen table. So
that's awesome. Yeah. So I'm going to start with this guy. So I'll take this knife. I'm going to take the cap off. That is a huge cap.
Yeah.
I mean, we scored on this guy.
So good.
It was awesome learning about Jacobsen Salt, and it was really fun cooking with you. So you can get Jacobsen Salt products, the special ones, on our site. Where else can people get your product?
Absolutely, on Snake River Farms, of course, at jacobsensalt.com, and regional grocery stores and specialty shops all over the country. So yeah,
very cool. Well, thank you.
Thank you for coming out, truly, and thank you for the partnership. We love what you guys do.
Well, it's great. Steak and salt. It's a great one. Thanks, man.
Yeah, for sure.